Friday, December 8th, and Sleepers Enterprises are under fire. Attacks from third parties that just we could not have seen coming. But we do what all great organizations do. We show our resolve in moments like this, and that's why Carter Elliott is on this Zoom call. How you doing, Cart?
I'm doing okay. I'm a little bit emotional right now. I almost had to say goodbyes to my MacBook. I thought it was the end for it. This thing's been cooking probably like 2017. So it's got some years. It's got some mileage on it, a lot of illegal streams and things like that. So every day is a blessing with it. And I think I took that for granted. And I feel grateful right now that it turned on.
Well, here we are. We both intended to get on here at 8. It's 8:21 in the morning. Hard stop a little after 9 this morning, so we'll try and fly through some of this. But I just had a sneeze attack while we're talking about adversity. I mean, no earthly man should be awake at this hour. I just want to say that. Like, I know I'm a dad, and dads are supposed to like wake up early and mow the lawn and rub some dirt on shit. Like, that's what you're supposed to do every single morning when you wake up. You're just supposed to do that. No earthly human should wake up before 9 a.m. I believe that with my soul.
You're not a morning person.
No. Nope.
Does that like switch when you're a father? Because like that's a thing that scares me about when the day for fatherhood comes for me.
Yeah. No, it doesn't. I don't know. I think I'm better at it. Like, I just accept. I've accepted now as a dad. You just do a lot of things you don't want to do. That's just life now, and you kind of just deal with it. That includes getting up early.
Make sure you're keeping all these notes for like the future. Like when Murph's way older and like you need some assistance, like we're bringing up receipts.
Yeah, that's true. Also, would you like to respond to the allegations that in your trip to Kalamazoo tomorrow, where you and the wife are coming, there are some rumors, there's some rumblings underneath the surface that we might get a little announcement from the Elliott family tomorrow. Would you like to respond to those allegations?
Oh, there will be no announcements tomorrow.
Okay. We sure?
Positive.
Just putting on a face right now. We sure? Okay.
I haven't lied to you recently. And I'm not lying to you right now.
I loved it. That's the qualification. I haven't lied to you recently. That's pretty good. All right. Hey, this is supposed to be a Riley Friday. Sad day, folks. Riley Davis is fully healthy. Everything's fine. He's just not here. That's the sad part of this. He was downgraded to questionable late last night. Wife was the ruling. And early this morning, he was doubtful, but nobody saw the injury report. He's officially out. So this is just Cart and I today. But we're going to try to keep with the spirit of a Riley Friday. I got 3 fun topics. Carter doesn't know what they are in tribute to Riley Davis. I just prepared them myself. And hopefully they're fun. I think these are fun topics today. A little more like kind of hypothetically fun question type topics. You know, I like to dip into those every now and then. But kick us off, Cart. What's your YouTube comment of the day?
My YouTube comment comes from our Big Ten basketball head coach's tiers video. This comes from Brad Prather. Howard's first team that he gets so much credit for all the time had very little to do with him. That was still Beilein's team, and Howard rode his coattails and hasn't done anything except attack other coaches since. Your comment?
I mean, timely comment there. Yeah, so I staunchly, is that the word? I think that's a word. Staunchly disagree with.
It'd be vehemently.
I think that's just another word for staunchly. Yeah. It could be vehemently, but no, I loudly disagree with the first element of that statement. You'll remember, Brad Prather, that Juwan Howard's first team, which I think you could apply that sentiment to, was not his good team at Michigan. His first team went 19-12, finished 9th in the Big Ten with a 10-10 record. Looks a lot like his last few teams, right? That team was not great, right? That was Xavier Simpson and John Teskey. That team was the holdovers. He had a senior point guard, a senior center, a junior in Eli Brooks, Isaiah Livers, David DeJulius, Brandon Johns, Colin Castleton. All of those guys were the Beilein guys that were left over. Cupboard wasn't bare. they were really good to start the season. They won the Battle for Atlantis that year. Then it kind of fizzled out because it wasn't Juwan's guys. That wasn't his team. COVID canceled it. We never know what would have happened. Like, remember, this is the season that Michigan State fans claim they won a national title in. They won, I think they lost like 2 less games than Michigan did this year. Michigan had a senior point guard who was one of the best point guards in the program, took the program to the national championship. We never got to see what would have happened in March. So we don't know how that season would have ended. It wasn't a great year by any means. It wasn't a good year. The following year was his great year, and it was Juwan Howard's doing. Stop it. Stop it with this nonsense. You know who that team was built around? Hunter Dickinson. That's a Juwan Howard guy. That is not a John Beilein guy. Hunter Dickinson led them in scoring as a freshman, was the best player on the team. Mike Smith and Sean D. Brown, 2 of the next best 5 players on the team. So 3 of the top 6 were original Juwan Howard guys. Smith was the starting point guard. He was great that season. Sean D. Brown was the best 6th man in the Big Ten that season. And then you look to the other 3, Franz Wagner. Yeah, of course, there's ties to Beilein. Franz Wagner, go listen to the Part of My Take episode this week if you want to hear how he came to Michigan. It's Juwan Howard. He had not committed. Juwan Howard was the guy who closed that deal when Franz was like, John Beilein left, I'm probably just going to sign a professional deal. So Juwan Howard deserves credit for Franz, who, by the way, became a monster under Juwan Howard. And then the only 2 Beilein holdovers were Isaiah Livers and Eli Brooks, which you tell me, Brad Prather, were those guys playing as well as they did under Juwan their senior years under John Beilein? Eli Brooks was a non-factor under John Beilein. Turned into a really nice player under Juwan Howard. So I think that's ludicrous to give him no credit for year 2, which was a foundation of players built by Juwan Howard. He just hasn't done it since.
I agree. It's somewhere in the middle for me. It's like people want to give him 0 credit, and then people don't want to like give him full. It's somewhere in the middle for me, but you make valid points. Quick, fun hypothetical here and very short answer from you. Would you trade or like want to keep Colin Castleton for his whole career in exchange for Hunter Dickinson? And this includes like you lose Hunter, like you would be able to, let's say, keep Colin right now.
Yeah.
And like Hunter leaves.
I think the answer is no, because I think based on what I'm seeing with Terrace Reed, I don't feel super confident that Juwan would have turned Colin Castleton into what he became at Florida.
Okay. Because a front court of Olivier and Colin Castleton, I love that.
Yeah, it would be good defensively.
Yeah.
I think the bottom line is with Hunter, you had underwhelming years, of course, but when Hunter was on a team that made sense around him as a 19-year-old kid, that was the 3rd best team in the country in the year with Baylor and Gonzaga. Like the failings had nothing to do with, well, a little to do with Hunter, but the failings had to do with what they surrounded Hunter with the following years, not Hunter. I'll keep Hunter.
Understood.
Yeah.
You know I'm a big Castleton guy.
You do love Colin Castleton, which I'm fine with. I like Colin Castleton too. Just another classic Beilein, like under the radar recruit guy who turns into a monster. Like I would have loved to see what Colin Castleton looks like under Beilein. Like he probably steps out and hits threes as a 7'2" freak, right? Like it would have been really fun. But alas, John Beilein had other aspirations of flaming out in the NBA after 3 months, dropping racial slurs accidentally. So
classic.
Here we are. And keep your hands to yourself, folks. Let's be very clear about that. There is no rhyme or reason to pull your hands out of your pockets under any circumstances to members of coaching staffs. Don't do it. Okay. Fun start today. Hey, we keep alluding to this. We want to get to 90 subscribers. That's the flash sale that Carter Elliott gave. Yesterday, I know you saw this. We had 2 new members join the Discord, which was really exciting. I don't believe you've seen this, which is going to be a sad punch to the face for you. We lost 2 members of the paid Discord yesterday as well. Two prized members, by the way. I'm not going to call them by name, but like, it's 2 names I'm surprised to see unsubscribe from the Discord.
Hey, maybe they need a little time to renew.
Maybe, probably not. We lost
2 prize members.
One had a confrontational little moment this week in the Discord that may have led to this. That had nothing to do with us this time, which is good.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah, the second one was a surprise though. Like someone who was commenting like 2 days ago with some
Can
great
you
comments.
can you text me the names on the side, please?
Yeah. I'll text you right now.
Okay.
But the point is, we now, like, while we made progress and got 2 new people, we were only 2 people away from the 90 that we need to hit to do the Power Hour stream this weekend. We lost 2, so now we still need 4. I don't know
Well,
what we do with it.
should we do another flash sale and make it 80?
No, because we're at 86, my friend. We simply need to find a way to find 4 people join this Discord in the next 24 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, those are the names. Shocking, right? Shocking.
Oh, that hurts.
I know it stings. It's sad, but I guess it's part of the game, just the churn.
Yeah.
We didn't prove our value enough, but anyway, the point is we need 4 people to join so we can do a Power Hour stream behind this desk right here in 24 hours. We want to live stream us doing a Power Hour, and honestly, we could probably get people involved. We could probably get other people playing along with us, Card.
Yeah,
But we need 4 more people to join.
And we're not cutting corners. There will be no Power Hour if we don't get to it either. This is going to be one of those classics. We're just together, so we're going to do it. No, this has got to be earned. So we're not doing it.
We'll Power Hour. We won't stream it. We won't make it into content.
We're doing it, though?
Yeah, you and I are going to do it regardless. But we're not showing it to people if this doesn't happen. 4 more people, man. It's not that hard. Just 4 people. Do it and then pull the move the other 2 did in like a week. Just buy us 24 hours. Okay, let's get to the comments. We're starting today with Guy, who says they say the younger generation is overstimulated, but I say not stimulated enough. He's got his laptop out. He's working on his TV guide for the weekend. He's got a speaker, and he has a book called Civil Disobedience. You a big reader?
No, I'm an advocate for people who are like real readers. Like, shout out to your wife. She's a real reader. Like, she does this reading shit. If you're like fake reading or reading for aesthetic or reading to go up to people and be like, oh yeah, I read that last Colleen Hoover book. Like, let's get real. Let's grow up. If you're gonna be a reader, be a real reader.
Yeah, my wife be in them pages.
She like real Kindle talk. You feel me?
Yeah, she find herself in a chapter every now and then, right? Like she in there. Okay, yeah. What do you think Guy's listening to on the JBL speaker?
Why do I want to say he's listening to like Joe Rogan or something?
No, that's disrespectful. I think he's coming with some heat, honestly.
No, honestly, he's probably listening to another pod. Like, he's probably listening to like Rothstein's pod or like Gary Parrish or Norlander.
Why?
Because he's a hoop junkie? I don't know.
Just a hoops head? I thought you were going to say that was like competitive analysis or something.
Oh, no, but I guess it could be.
Guy's a team player. He would do that. But all right. Yeah, love you, Guy. Fam, this is sad. Since Riley's not here, we're still going to read these comments. I want you to answer as if you are Riley. So
okay.
Could you just transform into Riley Davis for the next 10 seconds? Perfect. Here we go. Fam33 says, Happy Bluffs Friday to all who celebrate. For Riley, what are the go-to coping activities when you go into the year with high expectations and your team just #stinks? Favorite hobbies?
Well, I guess since it's winter, my favorite hobbies probably include snowshoeing. I think snowshoeing is definitely one. Me, Scoob, the wife, Theo, do a little snowshoeing. Not sure how we're going to get Theo through the snow, but we love a good snowshoeing with a fresh patch of snow. If my team isn't playing well, I just kind of go around the Carolinas. Like, if North's not doing good, I'll tap in the South. I'll maybe tap into Charleston, who really knows. But a lot of teams available in the Carolinas that I can be fans of that don't employ Jalen Withers.
All right, one more for Riley here. Actually, we have 2 more for Riley. This is from me. Pleasure being here on Bluffs Friday. Riley, what age did you discover that Santa Claus wasn't real?
No.
You got one?
No, one fateful evening. I used to always spend the night at my boy Connor's house in like early middle school years, and it was so funny. We actually woke up past like 11 once we were told to go to bed, and we went downstairs and like we totally saw Connor's dad packing up Christmas presents, and it was baffling.
Tristan Freeman says, hey, Riley, would James Okonkwo get minutes for Michigan State this season?
Yes, he would. Also, Tristan, you would too. Head mofo.
You are really good at impersonating Riley Davis and maybe impersonating Caucasian men in general.
Yeah, half Caucasian. I spend a lot of time around Caucasian men, around holidays and things like that. So I pick up on a few things.
What's going on with your dog toy of toast with avocado?
Well, I was Riley, so I just feel like I pulled out some avocado toast with some everything bagel seasoning on it. Like Riley definitely houses a piece of avocado toast a week.
Is that a dog toy that has everything bagel seasoning on it?
Yeah.
That is so extra.
Yeah. I mean, what do you expect?
I mean, it's incredible. Pierre lives.
This is Pierre's downstairs toy basket. He has a toy basket at every level of the house.
Pierre lives a lavish lifestyle. I like it.
Really does.
Melba was wondering if Riley was going antiquing all day tomorrow. Ryan the Lion called it Ryan Fridays. Now, honestly, it would have been a blast to get Ryan the Lion on as a third chair for this.
I'm mad at Ryan the Lion right now. He's proceeded to call me not a Michigan State fan a total of, if my counter is correct, 40 times this week. And it hurts.
How was the Michigan State Twitter Spaces last night? I didn't join because I was recording some previews and recaps, but I heard you called Michigan State Pitt.
I said we're acting like Pitt, yeah. Like we're okay. We're okay. Like we went through. We had a fun exercise. Me and DK. We went through every like recruit since 2020, I think it was, or maybe even like 2018, something like that. And we gave half a point for like serviceable player, like bench piece, and a full point for a player that was a quality Big Ten starter. And I think like 2 players got a full point. I think we gave Aaron Henry one, and that might have been.
Have to have given Max Christie.
Oh yeah, and Max Christie got a full point.
Okay, if you guys were going hate mode on Max Christie, then I'm just
no. Oh, I tried. DK didn't let it slide.
Yeah, Max Christie was good.
Yeah. So yeah, it was a bad exercise, but it was just making me upset because there was literally one dude who I had to go off on because he got up there talking about this isn't AJ Hoggard. Like we are. AJ Hoggard is Mateen Cleese. He's just not coached right. And I couldn't take it. I couldn't.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I'm gonna go back and listen to the recording today. I saw what was going on. I was bummed I couldn't join, but I was glad to see that you were doing your thing. I heard all the reports where that Carter Elliott put on a show. So
yeah, and then I'm not a Michigan State fan.
Well, hey, you guys are going through it right now. It's tough. Never forget, my team has a worse record than yours. The difference is my team doesn't have anyone who cares about them. So that's nice, I guess. A lot of people that were wishing best for Riley. Jay Meisner said, come on, Riley, walk it off, buddy. Get back in the game. Unfortunately, it wasn't his decision. He was ruled out by the medical experts today. And final comment was from Malik Perry. He says, any Christmas wishes? I want Akins back, no initials, and Izzo to get a good 5 and 3 from the portal.
Those are some pretty good wishes, to be honest.
What does no initials mean? Oh, got it. Nice.
Nah, yeah. Can I ask you one last thing before we end the comment section?
Mm-hmm.
In honor of Riley Fridays, over or under, how many lawsuits do you think that Riley has either drafted up and or filed? And I'm going to set the line at 3.5.
I'll take the under barely. I think it's 3.
HOA disputes count.
I think it's 3. I think it's 2 to 3.
Okay. See, I think he's had at least 6 HOA disputes alone.
I think there's been a lot more lawsuits threatened than there are lawsuits taking action.
Okay. Got it. How many buddies do you think he's thrown out at the end of those lawsuits being threatened?
Probably double digits.
Okay.
How many buddies do you think Riley has in general? Like people he refers to as his bud.
Bud?
Yeah.
I don't know. But I know for a fact, and I'm not there, but I know this for a fact, that his go-to saying for Theo is sport. And it will be moving forward.
I feel like he has like a high school group chat with his buddies that's literally called like high school buddies. Like, I don't know.
I can't wait for Riley to listen to this.
Yeah, I think this just turned into the Riley Davis roast, which reminds me, you and I When I did the roast of you, I just wished you were there so badly the whole time. We might need to turn Friday into like roast of somebody every single week. This is fun.
Man,
We love you, Riley. We miss you. This is not the same without you. We move to the topics now. All right. You don't know what these are. I have 3. Do you want to guess what topic number 1 is?
topic number 1 is how each AP top 25 team wins the championship.
Incorrect. Topic number 1 is tamper portal. It's
Hey.
time to tamper, my friend. All right. So I spent a lot of time on this last night, and of course I came back Big Ten centric with really only 3 or 4 teams. But I have guys that I think are unhappy for various reasons that could be moved to another team for returns that I think would make sense. So this essentially becomes trade proposals. I have 3 of them. And I'm referring to it as the tamper portal because that's what I'm doing. I'm tampering with these players, trying to portal them to better situations. I'll go through my 3. I want you to tell me who says no in these deals. And then I want you to also come up with at least 1 at the end of this. If you have more than 1, that's great.
Only Big Ten, or can I?
You can go anywhere. For whatever reason, I couldn't think of many outside the Big Ten. So I have 5 teams involved, 3 moves. 1 team is involved twice, and it might be your team. So
Okay.
here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Any other questions about the tamper portal?
No, I'm good. I love tampering.
Okay. Tamper portal time. Here we go. Number 1. Wisconsin and Iowa are going to make a move. The Wisconsin Badgers are going to move Connor Essegian and Gus Yalden to Iowa, 2 guys that are not playing for them, for the Sanford brothers. Who says
both Sanford brothers?
Both Sanford brothers.
For the record, I think that's a beautiful trade that works out for both parties. Mm-hmm. Iowa will say no.
Ooh, okay.
Actually, no. This just struck me. They'll say yes, actually, because they don't want to split up family. If they were asking for 1 brother, they wouldn't let that go. They're not going to split up family first. So they would take that trade. I think they would accept that.
So I think Peyton Sanford stinks. This is where I'm coming from. I watched Iowa get steamrolled by Iowa State last night, and my only takeaway on Iowa, people were like, what's wrong with Iowa? They look like a team who Peyton Sanford's their best player. Like, what are you going to do with that?
Can I take my victory lap about him not being the best Sanford on the team this season? Is he still too good?
He's not worse than Price. Price is giving them nothing. But I can take my victory lap for saying he won't be the best player on Iowa because I still think that's – well, it's crikey. It's creaky. But
yeah,
Sanford's just not good. If Sanford's supposed to be your best player, you're going to struggle. And he takes some crazy shit too. Like he takes like heat checks with 30 seconds on the shot clock with a hand in his face. Like he's just not that. He's like a 32% shooter from 3 that thinks he's one of the best in the country.
Until he plays Michigan or Michigan State.
Or until Greg Gard gets his hands on him. Because I think like Wisconsin's good. Obviously, they have the infrastructure. We slept on Greg Gard in general. But I think Sanford would be much better used than Essegian. Like Essegian kind of feels like a guy who needs the ball in his hands a little bit. He has some shit to him. Whereas Sanford would like you throw him off the bench, tell him he's going to play 20 minutes a game and shoot 7 threes a game for Wisconsin. He's ecstatic with that. And then Wisconsin, I think like Yalden's a guy 4 years from now if he gets all his shit together. Obviously, there's some stuff going on there, but like to me, Essegian and Yalden are future pieces. Iowa maybe wants some future pieces. Fran McCaffrey maybe on the way out. Maybe the AD needs to make that trade, not Fran, but I like it for both programs.
Gus Yalden has all the makings of a high usage big.
Right.
On and off the floor. Right. So
exactly. All right. So that's a win-win. Everybody.
Yeah. I like that trade a lot.
All right. These 2 are going to get more complicated, more controversial then because they both involve your program. The first one involves my program and your program. You know what I'm doing.
Yep, I do.
I'm sending Jaden Akins along with Xavier Booker and Garrick Normand. Garrick Normand redshirting on a team that desperately needs shooting. What does that say about your coaching staff's confidence in you? Xavier Booker not playing on a team that needs a big. What does that say about your coaching staff's confidence in you? Jaden Akins has no confidence in himself right now. He's broken. He needs a fresh start. That's 3 guys. Deep breath. Sending them to Michigan for Doug McDaniel and Terrace Reed. Sending those 3 players to Michigan for Doug McDaniel and Terrace Reed. Who says no?
Michigan State says no.
Oh, that's insane.
I think they say no.
I think they both say no if that's what we're doing. But
I think Michigan would say no too.
So
I don't think they're trading. I think Doug is the untouchable piece for Michigan.
Okay, let me flip this entirely then. I'll make it less complicated. Doug McDaniel for Jeremy Fears. Who says no?
I don't think either team says no. But I love Jeremy Fears though. So this is tough. You're pulling at my personal strings right now.
See, I was going to start the whole thing with something centered around Doug and Fears. I just wanted to throw Booker in too because, Booker reasons. So then it felt wrong because I thought you'd say no if it was Fears and Booker. But like to me, the play here is like Michigan State still believes they can win something. Doug could absolutely help them do that. Like if you drop Doug at point guard, you're good.
See, I think we win more this year, but I don't know if it's like an astronomical difference. Like I still think the season would end like at max Sweet 16.
I think maybe, but I also think you're kind of underestimating how Doug would look with Tyson right now.
Can I throw WAP in there?
By the way, and Terrace. Like you have
hold on. You got to take WAP.
I see. I'm saying no to anything with WAP. He does Michigan nothing. Michigan need like 1 year of WAP right now on a team whose coach isn't going to be here next year. Like
he does Michigan State nothing either.
You're right. You're stuck with him. That's why there's a combination here that works. But the point is, I'd rather see Doug fall into your hands than I would go to Jerome Tang in the summer.
What if I keep Norman? Okay. I'll keep Norman. I'll keep Fears.
Because I got to it's Doug McDaniel, dog. I have to get a piece back. Like,
you're Akins.
It can't be 1 year of Akins for 3 years of Doug.
Akins Cooper?
Doug's so much better than Akins right now.
Akins Cooper Booker.
Akins Cooper Booker. I don't know. No. I need Fears. I need Fears in the trade. So this is a no. Everybody says no to this.
Let's walk away. Yeah, we're walking away from this.
All right, everybody says no to this. That's just remember. I want you to remember you turned down Doug McDaniel. I want you to remember.
But I told you why though.
Yeah, I think you're going to regret that decision a year from now.
I regret everything with this program right now.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. 3. Haha. This might be my favorite one, but you're going to shut it down, I think. Maybe not. Tyson Walker to Duke for Duke's entire team besides Flip and Proctor. That means you get Jeremy Roach, Caleb Foster, Jared McCain, Mark Mitchell, Ryan Young, Jaden Shute, and whoever else I'm not thinking of. Jaden Blakes. That's a whole team, 7 new guys that has talent, that has balance, that can shoot the basketball. We haven't seen McCain and Foster in settings where they're just a starting backcourt. It might look pretty damn good, but you give up your heartbeat, your everything to a team that just goes all in on 3 guys.
Wouldn't Duke say no to this?
But I mean, in essence, but I think like they'd work out some back channel stuff where they end up with like 2 role players that can win.
Okay.
Like, they want Proctor, Walker, and Flip.
Okay. If this is the case, yes, I would do that.
Wow. I wasn't sure you'd get there on this one.
Yeah, I would do that.
Okay. I think you should do that.
But they got to take WAP.
So everything for you comes back to you have to dump this salary, right? Like
yeah, I need to buy out WAP's contract.
Nobody's doing that though. That's the thing. All right. Do you have any you want to add?
Okay, I got one. It's not as great of a trade, but hear me out on this one. Okay. I'm trying to get Mac from Harvard onto another team.
I like it.
I need to give Harvard something back. I don't know who I'm going to give them back to. But what I want is I actually want Mac on Indiana for this season and next season. I want to give them Xavier Johnson, okay, to go get his double masters as a 27-year-old. All right. I want to give them Peyton Sparks because he strikes me as a really good Ivy big. And then I'm actually going to throw in I will throw in Renew in there too.
Yeah, that's like a fantasy football league offer you just immediately delete and don't even text the person back. Like that's
if you're Harvard.
Yeah, if you're Harvard, that's just a no. So the iteration of that I think would be thought about is it has to include Gabe Cups. And the play would be, hey, Harvard, Malik Mack is going to leave, and you know that. He's gone in 3 months. You can act like he's a freshman. You got 4 years. No, you have 3 more months of this kid. He's too good. He's leaving you. Don't let him leave for nothing. Take back Gabe Cups, who will stay at Harvard for all 4 years and possibly blossom into a Harvard legend because he's a high pedigree talent kid. Gabe Cups might look really good in the Ivy League. He might do more than just cardio. But I think it would have to be like Cups plus something for Malik Mack, I think.
Okay. And something else that came to my head that's going to be wild, and I might need you to help me formulate it. I want a Colorado State and UNC trade involving Isaiah Stevens.
For what? Are you giving up one of the big three? Oh,
Cadeau and RJ Davis.
Carolina says no to that. Okay. Cadeau plus things for Stevens, I think could work because you pitch Colorado State on, maybe you get more than 1 year of Cadeau.
Okay, but like you can't pitch UNC on you get Stevens, just go Stevens, Cormac, Ingram.
No. Nope.
No.
RJ's too good. Like Carolina would shut down. Like RJ's scoring 21 a game right now. Him and Cadeau is better than Stevens.
Okay.
But like Cadeau, Seth Trimble need like a young big somehow. Cadeau, Seth Trimble,
Jalen Washington,
$300,000 NIL dollars for Isaiah Stevens. I think that's at least thought about.
I like that. This is fun. We might have to install like a Tamper Tuesday event.
I just love the concept of the Tamper portal.
Yeah, like, great.
Yeah. Okay. Fun Tamper portal segment. Let's go to segment number 2. Would you like to guess what segment number 2 is?
No.
Segment number 2 is let's add one player from any team's history to some teams.
Okay.
So I want to go through Big Ten teams because that's where our heart is. What one Michigan State player from Michigan State history would you add to Michigan State this season to try to salvage things?
Damn, this okay. I gotta salvage just this season. Season.
Just this season. Yeah, nothing about future. So just this season is all that matters. An asteroid hits Earth in May, and we all die.
I want to say either. I mean, the easy answer would just be I don't know what Cash would do with this team, to be honest, though.
Cash doesn't make sense for me because your guards are fine.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It had to be a wing or a big.
I have the obvious answer.
What is it?
Draymond Green. Draymond Green. From a basketball sense, he has an argument for best Michigan State player in 20 years, National Player of the Year. He would 100% not tolerate this bullshit. Like so much of the they don't want it. goes away if Draymond Green is in that locker room.
Yeah, see, I'm thinking talent-wise what I want on this damn
But
team.
I think he's arguably the most
Yeah,
talented.
I mean, National Player of the Year. Okay. That was
Senior Draymond paired with Tyson Walker, and AJ Hogarth might just willingly leave the program in a week.
yeah. Okay, yeah, that's the obvious pick. I'll go with that too.
Okay. To my team, you got one for Michigan?
For Michigan, it's not Burke because you got Doug. I'm okay with Doug. Honestly, Stauskas?
Yeah, I don't hate that. They need so much. You could go
Stauskas or McGarry?
I had two I landed on. I think McGarry, if you just put him at center and he was like not on drugs and able to play 25 minutes, then I think they're really good because anything with McGarry is really good, and Doug and McGarry would win you games. My second one is just who cares if we're good? Let's just go all in on being fun. Jordan Poole with Doug. Jordan Poole and Doug. How fun would that be?
Yeah, it'd be something.
It'd be fun.
A lot of fun.
It might not make them any better than they are, but it would be even more fun, which, again, is all I care about this season, so I'd be in on that. How about Purdue? Who would you add to this Purdue team? I have a sneaky one I think Purdue fans are going to like me for on this.
Why did the first thing that came to my mind was like Vince Edwards?
It's Vince Edwards.
Yeah.
It's the right answer. It's the right answer. He'd be so perfect if you put him at the 4 and he could just kind of slide around, do whatever's needed, not need the ball in his hands, hit shots, guard. It's so perfect.
That would be perfect.
Yeah, it's so perfect. I thought you were going to somehow try and weasel Travion into this.
I was thinking about it.
Yeah. Okay, Illinois. What one Illinois player would you put on this team?
Matthew Meyer?
Shut up.
No, I think honestly Trent Frazier probably.
I think there's a more obvious one than that.
Oh my God, what am I doing? Io.
Yeah, it's Io. It's Io. So a lot of these exercises don't involve like, oh, they need a superstar, but if there was a superstar point guard on this team with everything else, they're number one in the country.
I somehow forget about Illini's PG discussion nowadays.
I also think, like, honestly, Io's probably the answer for Illinois, no matter what the roster is every single season. He was good. He was that good and that important to that program. I think they would just pick him every single time.
Definitely.
Is there anybody else we want to do here? Like, is there someone from Maryland that would like fix Maryland?
No, I don't think so.
I
think Indiana would be a good one.
Like Kevin Herter on Maryland isn't making a difference?
No, I don't think so.
Hakeem Hart isn't making a difference?
No.
What about Ohio State?
Actually, sub out Dante Scott for Jake Layman. I think there might be a difference made with this team.
That'd be fun. Ohio State, your Bucks?
I mean,
just quick hypothetical. What happens if you drop Bryce Sensabaugh on this team right now?
I honestly think they're pretty nasty.
You think they go from an 8-1 basketball team to a better basketball team with Bryce Sensabaugh in the locker room?
Either 9-0 or one of those 8 wins are by a lot more points.
You know what Ohio State's record is with Bryce Sensabaugh this year?
What?
5-4.
You think?
100%. 100%.
I'm easily taking Bryce Sensabaugh over Mahaffey.
Yeah, I mean, if we could just like take away all the good things Roddy Gale's doing and instead give Bryce 20 step back mid-range twos a game, that would help.
Love step back mid-range. Well, okay, what would you do with Indiana? I think Indiana should be involved in this exercise.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, Oladipo's obvious, and I think he could oddly like cover point guard for this team.
It had to be a guard, right?
No, yeah. The answer is Yogi Ferrell.
Is it Yogi?
The answer is Yogi Ferrell because they need someone to like run the show more than they need just like a wing.
What about Jalen Hood-Schifino just running it back?
Honestly, year 2 Hood-Schifino on this team would have been special.
Would have been nasty.
Would have been special. Okay. Or is it crazy to say Trace and say we want Trace running point and they're just going Monstars lineup?
Woodson would do that if given the option.
It would be better than it is right now, even though Indiana's good, man. 7-1.
Sorry, my bad, my bad.
Indiana might be a Final Four team this year while Mike Woodson sleeps through it. It could happen. Okay. All right. Fun exercise. I think we're done here. Let's move to topic number 3. Do you want to guess what topic number 3 is?
No.
Okay. This is going to be a game of when does their season end?
Oh, great.
When does their season end? I'm going to throw rapid fire teams at you. Rapid fire. And then we get 10 seconds to talk about it after. I want you to tell me when this team's season will end.
Okay.
Any questions?
Nope.
Purdue, when will their season end?
Final Four.
No hesitation on that from you.
Final Four. They will lose in the Final Four.
I think they lose in the Sweet 16.
Ooh.
Yeah. And so I was going to go spicy. I was going to be like, yeah, I think it manifests again. It's like a round of 32 exit. But I think the more reasonable answer is Sweet 16. They're going to get a 1 seed. They should have a favorable draw. But I do think there's real concerns. And ultimately, like, it almost feels like the most infuriating thing for Purdue fans would be a Sweet 16 exit. Because if they lost in round 1 again, it's like, we are broken. It is Painter. We're broken. And if they win a national championship, it's, we did it, you idiots. But if they lose in the Sweet 16, they still don't know. They're looking around like, is this a problem or is it not? We're stuck. We're purgatory. And I think that's the reasonable ending here.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah. Okay. Illinois, where does their season end?
Elite Eight.
Oh, wow. A little bit of a run there.
I love my Illini get over the hump this year.
Okay. Is it like a crushing defeat in the Elite Eight?
Yeah, it's a classic too. It's a class. Like take like the Michigan State, Kansas State, like that type of like overtime run and gun going back and forth. Terrence Shannon versus some other wing.
I like that. I'm going to go Sweet 16. I do think this is a second weekend team. I think they get over the hump, but I think maybe they get a little too comfortable that they got over the hump once they get there. And it's a little bit, it's like we did it before the Sweet 16 game, and then they draw a 1 seed matchup with Kansas and things go south. Although it's hard.
I need that would be great. That'd be scenes.
That would be scenes. Michigan State, where does your season end?
It already ended.
No. Where does your season end?
It ends in the first weekend of the tournament. First game.
Okay.
First game.
I'm going to go there too. I think this is a first round loss team.
Yeah.
Right now.
This has the smellings of a 10 seed. We lose to a 7 seed.
What % chance is there that you missed the tournament?
0.
Okay. I think it's like 10 to 20.
I'm 0. They're going to find a way somehow.
Okay. Is that number going to rise if you lose to Nebraska?
Yes.
Okay. Some non-Big Ten ones. Florida Atlantic.
Ooh. Sweet 16.
I'm going Final Four.
Ooh, you think they're going back?
We
haven't
updated our Final Fours in a while, but I'm in on Florida Atlantic. I think this has Butler's back-to-back runs vibes to it.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
I see the path. Marquette.
Elite Eight.
Okay, that feels right to me. I'm with you. Aligned. Duke.
First weekend.
I need round specifics.
Second round.
I think Duke loses in the first round. In like it could be like a 5-12 for Duke this year, and they catch like a legit like Duke James Madison in the 5-12.
Yeah, they would get picked to get upset.
Yeah. Kentucky.
Sweet 16.
I'm gonna go Elite Eight for Kentucky.
I wanted to go there. Thank you for going there. I didn't have the courage.
I think there's a deep run for Kentucky that lands where they catch a team with more experience.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I also see a world where they're in a Final Four.
Honestly, if I could book this, Kentucky, Florida Atlantic in the Elite Eight would be so good.
That'd be so good.
So good. And Vlad Golden would be the difference in that game, by the way.
Yeah.
Trying to think if there's anybody else I want to get to here. I like USC. Do you want to give one for USC?
They're gonna lose first game.
Okay. And final one. Let's end with this. It's a Riley Friday. North Carolina. Well, folks, if you haven't been able to tell, Carter Elliott just got kicked out of our Zoom call. This show started with him being 25 minutes late, saying he was afraid his computer was going to die. So apparently his computer just died. He just texted me, my laptop just straight up died again. So I'm just going to wrap the show. Let's finish with one big thing presented by Bigby. And you know what? Damn it, I have something to do today. This was intended to be brought to a Riley Friday for vibes. And then I was going to do it with Carter Elliott and surprise him even without vibes. But now Carter's not here and Riley's not here. Damn it, I'm still doing it. I'm getting my bars off. I have another rap for you, folks. This is supposed to be over a Drake beat, by the way. Like, this was written to the Stories About My Brother instrumental, which starts with like conductor, and then it goes fire for the next 4 minutes. Envision that if you can for me. My one big thing presented by Big B is this rap. This is called the Dalton Connect freestyle. I got a lot of thoughts, but it's all in my head. I got a lot of enemies, but all of them dead. All I really care about is balling in checks. And if you're sleeping on the white boy, I'm Dalton Connect. I volunteered for this shit. Started in the basement. Then it got a facelift. Then it got amazing. If the shit's a test, then I aced it. Vegas. If you pour a shot, then I'm Acemas. Face it. Bars like Dilly. Boy got silly. They all want to know, but they don't know. Trilly. I'm going to go from 0 to 1,000,000 a year. And I looked for competition, but it really isn't here. And it really isn't fair. Got them saying no way. Did it with a little baby. They say, that's Jerome Tang. Went from a flat bill and a gold chain to a flat build, running miles in the cold rain, saying clear out, clear out. I don't got no fears now. I done got my years now. Heroes turn to peers now. Knew I had the drive, but I steer now. Knew I had the talent, but the talent knows I'm here now. Clear out. Got a lot of thoughts, but they're all in my head. Got a lot of enemies, most of them dead. All I really care about is balling in checks. And if you're sleeping on the white boy, I'm Dalton Connect. But if you think for 1 second coach is calling a set, you offer your meds, left, right, ball in the net. You see, I got the type of game that leaves him awfully impressed. And if you really tell me pass the ball, I want next. That's the Sleepers Podcast. We'll see you next week.